What's going on, guys? It's your boy J2. I'm back with another video for you guys. This is, while yes, an extreme version, the epitome of what you don't want to be in life. So many of my fellow brothers, man, like we just end up in these really tough situations that make it hard to be successful. Chances are, if you clicked on this video, you don't want to end up like this.
I got 3 child's mothers and I got 5 kids.
Whoa, my Lord.
And hopefully after today's video, you'll come away with some different tips, understanding, and perspective that can help all of us avoid some of these same pitfalls. You might not end up with 3 different baby moms and 5 kids,
Oh my Lord.
but some of the same things that caused this poor guy to end up in this situation, a lot of us fall victim to every single day and don't even realize. So if you don't want to end up with 3 different baby moms and 5 kids, please consider smashing the subscribe button down below, guys. We're trying to grow this channel and help as many people as possible achieve their dreams. Smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel will help us do that as fast as possible. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Where you calling from, bro?
Memphis, Tennessee.
What's going on with your dating life?
It's cool and everything. I'm currently in a relationship though.
That sounds very discouraging. It's cool and everything. That doesn't sound that exciting. What's going on?
I don't know, just being a young father, so I don't know.
Oh, so you're a father.
Yeah,
How old are you?
25.
Okay. So what's the struggles you're facing?
I'm trying to get some better income, like something to do, so I can.
What do you do right now?
I currently work at a warehouse, Hershey.
So why did you have a kid when you couldn't afford it?
Really ain't thinking.
Really ain't thinking. You knew before you put your in the raw, and you that if you did that, you would get a kid. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
But you did it anyway.
Obviously, life is life, things happen, and certain situations come up for everyone, right? It's just a reality. But idealistically, I would think that everyone that wants to have a kid would, want to plan for it, think about it. You're giving up a piece of your life to, to help develop and take care of someone else. There's a lot of things that go into it, and you want that to be a conscious choice, I would think. And so I don't think that ever when you have kids, like a good situation is going to come from didn't really think about it too much when it comes to having a family, right? And this is a young guy, right? He's 25, right? Young guy, has his whole life ahead of him. He's working, has a job from what it sounds like, works in a warehouse. So it's not fast food, but it's also not some upper echelon 300K businessman. But it sounds like he has a steady income and, a stable job. There's a lot of people that work in warehouses, right? Amazon. It's just really unfortunate that it sounds like he put himself in a tough situation, just not thinking, guys, right? Like a lot of things just come down to conscious effort and thought. And if you don't think about things in life, then you're just going to default to whatever life throws at you.
So how old is your kid?
3 months.
Okay. So you got to get another job, bro. You got to get something that can help you provide for your family. Now you're responsible for providing for yourself, the woman, and the kid. All because you didn't know how to control your own.
And that ain't even the original thing. I really got more than one. So, but
You got more than one kid?
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
Man, I got 3 child's mothers and I got 5 kids.
Whoa, my Lord. What? You got how many kids?
I got 5 kids and I got 3 child mothers.
Hildred,
I know this is some dumb shit. So.
Hildred, you got 5 kids and 3 baby mamas.
Yeah.
What the? Since when? When the hell did you get at 25? When the hell did you get 5 kids?
That's crazy. Yeah.
It ain't crazy. It's insanity.
People make mistakes, not thinking maybe it happens one time, but bro has consistently made the wrong choice 5 times with 3 different baby moms, right? Like at a certain point, it's kind of like a self-sabotage, like spiral of just bad decision making. It's the cycle of poverty, right? Where it's like you're in a tough situation, right? Like younger dude, it sounds like a stable job, but not enough probably to afford 5 kids, right? Like I think the average, price for having a kid is like, 30 grand a year or something like that. Where it's like, okay, 5 different kids, Then he has 3 different baby moms. He's probably on child support. That's a lot to deal with and just like keep track of from a mental standpoint, but also financially. And that like all, especially he said he has a 3-month-old newborn and then like 4 other children, right? There's no possible way that you can have a certain situation like that where your dreams, aspirations, goals, and becoming successful for whatever that looks like for you can exist, right? Because when you have those different situations going on, then you end up start living for those other people and providing for your family, and it's not as much about you anymore. And again, if that's what you choose, if that's the life that you choose, there's nothing wrong with that. But from how he's speaking about it, and from a lot of people that I personally know from experience, that's not what they chose, and it just kind of happened to them, or they allowed it to happen to themselves. Just not thinking.
Well, what's going on? Why the fuck are you having 5 kids with 3 different women, bro? And you're broke. What the fuck, man? Where's your dad? Where's your father?
I mean, we cool and everything, but we don't got a really good relationship. Stuff like religious beliefs and stuff like that.
It just goes to show how important it is that if you're a dad or father or grandfather or some type of male figure in someone's life, make sure that you're providing a good example for them, bro. Because if you're not providing guidance or, setting a good example for them, then they could end up like bro and just end up in a situation where they don't have any support or anyone good around them to look to on decision making or how to raise a family, right? Where it's like, he said he doesn't really have a good relationship with them, but he knows them. Like how many of us, people of color know someone or are that person in that situation, right? Your dad was that way, so then you become that way with your kids and your kid becomes that way with their kid, and it just goes on and on and on until someone breaks the cycle. And, another element to this is just, again, delayed gratification. I'm sure that's going to become a major theme on this channel, but just delayed gratification and, self-control, right, bro? Like, bro, again, if it's one off situation that just happens, that happens to the best of them, but to continuously make that the exact same mistake over and over again, like that's just a lack of thinking, a lack of self-control, delayed gratification. Like you have to, especially as a man, have some level of control over impulses and just how you are and how you operate around people, right? If as soon as you're getting angry, you're just swinging off on people, you're probably going to go to jail or catch a charge at the very least. In his case, sexual control, right? Like, this is a tough situation where he ended up with kids out of it that weren't kind of unwanted, I guess, from what it sounds like, or unplanned, I'll say. But, you could end up with a disease, like all types of different stuff from just not having control.
Do they got you on child support?
Yeah.
All of them. All 3 baby mamas.
Nah, just 2 really.
How much you paid in child support?
800 for my daughter, 500 for my twin boys.
Goodness gracious, bro. And then what the other 2 kids, that one ain't putting you on child support.
Nah.
So at what point did you you didn't think to stop after the first one? You did 4 more.
Again, it's just mindset. Like he said, just 2 of them, as if having 2 different baby moms that put you on child support is not the craziest thing, right? Like that's insanity, and it's super expensive. I think he said it was charging him. It's $700 a month. That's probably half or like 3/4 of his check is just going to child support payments alone with someone that he didn't even choose to be his long-term partner, right? And in some situations it'd be tough, bro. It end up being somebody that you don't even like. It's like, bro, just because you weren't thinking, bro, you got to give somebody $700 that you don't even like a month for the next 18 years. That's insanity, bro. That sounds like just absolute hell to live through. So my guys, like we got to do better. We gotta think through things more and be more intentional in life and treat ourselves with more respect. Like each and every single one of y'all watching this video is a king or queen, bro. And like you have to treat your body, treat yourself, treat your relationships as such. Like you cannot just allow yourself to just default to whatever life gives you. We got to aspire to more. Like the dream should not just be to get by and have a whole bunch of kids with people that we don't care about. Like we should dream to aspire to, have someone that loves and cherishes with you, that you choose to have a family with, and that you provide, love and care and support to those children so that they'll carry and do the same. And like that mindset is like a certain culture. It's a little weird. Like that happens across the board with like all different races, all different cultures. I'm not trying to like say it's a one specific group thing, But just from my experience with my own people, that seems to be an issue that is like kind of reoccurring and just like spirals out of control. Just continuously. It's just that issue of just, you know, it just comes down to self-love and just expectations of what we deserve, right? Like you got to have higher expectations for yourself at the very minimum. If you can't find it in other people around you, like at least carry yourself with a certain standard of, I deserve more. This is who I am. I want to achieve my goals, dreams, and aspirations. And these are things or people that I can't do or associate with in order to get those things. And I just feel like we're not doing that enough.
This is called the cycle of poverty, right? Were you born into a rich family? Well, your parents weren't rich, right? So the cycle of poverty is you're born into a poor family and you just do dumb shit, and now your kids are gonna be less fortunate because you're the only person responsible of taking care of 5 fucking kids. And how much are you making a month?
Man, like probably 3,500 though.
You're making 3,500 a month, and we're doing 35. We got a calculator. 3,500 minus 800 for one, minus what 500 for the other one. So you left with 2,200.
All right.
What? How much you pay for rent?
My rent 700.
My goodness, bro. Okay, how much it costs for you to feed yourself and the other 2 kids plus the woman?
Probably like 300 a month in groceries, something like that.
300. Are y'all on food stamps?
Yeah. So.
Again, he's just kind of talking about the cycle of poverty, right? Like it's, if you don't ever break the chain or do something different, like I don't see a possible way how, you know, your children will end up being in a different situation than what you experience, right? Like it, you know, genes get passed down. So in life experiences, you know, mindsets, cultures, understandings, like everything gets passed down. So, you know, just, you know, coming from a tough situation that he might have had, you know, and then setting up his kids for a similar type of situation is kind of irresponsible. And like, it's just really unfortunate. You know what I mean? Like not having any money because, you know, there's different things that, you know, come with success, right? Like having extra money left over to invest or taking that trip that you always wanted to take so you could live life, or, you know, maybe it's something small and like you're not a huge, big like dreamer or thinker and you just want to have some time to take a walk to yourself or, you know, buy yourself that nice pair of shoes that you like. Like if you have these different situations going on, it makes it really hard to do that.
Okay, listen, bro. At some point, you can't ruin your life anymore. All right? You got to make a decision to stop doing stupid shit. You don't have to be a genius in life. You just have to be good at not doing dumb shit. And you've done a lot of dumb shit so far. 5 fucking kids, bro. 5 kids at 25. Bro, you need to be working 3 jobs. Like the one job that you're working is not going to be enough. So unfortunately, man, your parents they were not good role models. And that's why you're in this situation, bro. Do you have any friends who are successful?
No.
So you're a product of your environment because you're in a environment. Like your parents didn't do anything to guide you. And now, unfortunately for you and your kids, they're kind of already walking in that same path, but it's up to you to stop it. You got to say, you know what, bro, I'm not going to go through this shit again. At least not my children.
A lot of the people that he's probably around and are associated with, they didn't give him good advice or weren't there for him. He never learned how to just do life or like have critical thinking to think things through, I guess, in a certain sense, where it's like, you know, understanding the true repercussions of the different things that he's doing or not doing. There's kind of this like stigma or mindset with people, right? Where it's like, you know, people that are in tough situations or poor or whatever, like don't work hard or they're lazy or whatever. And that's really not the case. Like that is the case sometimes, but most of the time, at least from the people that I know, a lot of the people that, you know, aren't as successful, you know, don't have money, whatever, are some of the hardest working people I know. And it's because they make situations, you know, not all the time, but a lot of the time it's because they are like, bro, and they put themselves in situations that make it really hard to, escape almost, right? Where it's like now he's in a situation where at 25, bro, he has to work 3 jobs just to survive and pay for some kids that he didn't plan and support some baby moms that he probably doesn't even like because of this certain situation, right? Like if you're working 3 jobs, right, that idealistically that money should be going towards investing, maybe trying to buy some property, taking some trips and seeing the world. Like maybe you taking a girl you like out on some nice dates. Maybe you buy that new whip you want, like, right? Like something constructive towards your own life, right? And I'm not saying that not to, taking care of your children and handling your responsibilities is not something that can also be cherished or like, can't be positive, because I think it is. But it's like, again, my whole thing with this channel is literally just not defaulting to situations that, life throws at you. Like being intentional and getting the most out of life and being and experiencing whatever it is that you want to achieve. Situations like this, like I'm not saying that it's impossible, and I really hope that bro turns it around and ends up doing whatever it is that he wants to do. But, it becomes really difficult to do that when you're in these type of situations. And again, this is an extreme example, but I know tons of people and know of tons of people that are in, slightly less severe versions of this same exact situation.
You need to go learn. You need to go learn plumbing. You need to go get into construction, HVAC, trucking, something where you can get a substantial income that if you learned, you can elevate where you are right now.
I understand a certain level of hopelessness or sadness or just, wanting to avoid a bad situation and not think about it when you're in like certain tight situations like this. But it's like you have to. Like if you want to escape it and you don't want to experience that or be in that situation for the rest of your life, at some point you have to put some intentionality into escaping that. Like you have to. That's the only answer. It's like not, there's a ton of things that, like I said, that go into it that make it difficult to do that. And I'm not saying that's the easiest thing to do, but it's like that's what you have to do if you want to have a better life. Like you just have to.
You can do trucking. You're gonna be working long hours, but you can make 6 figures doing that shit. You can do HVAC. You can get into like these things are these are skills you can learn that can increase your income substantially. And you don't need to become a genius to be able to know how to do them. Pick one of the ones I just gave you.
HVAC.
You heard of that?
Yeah, I have.
Then why haven't you pursued it?
Man, listening to other people.
Other people? Who's other people? Who the hell is giving you advice? And you got 5 fucking kids. Who's giving you this advice? Listen to other people. Who? I'm asking you a question. Who is this person you're listening to?
Nah, just people I really shouldn't be around and, listening to.
And they telling you what? Don't do it because of what?
It's going to be this hard and it's going to be that.
It's going to be hard. And I mean, let me guess, they're broke.
Yeah.
Right. Broke, the blind leading the blind.
Surrounded by people who are probably also in similar situations. Like he said, the other people are also broke, probably also in tough situations. Like maybe not intentionally trying to hold them down, but their limited mindset that they have to what's possible or different ways that he might try and escape the current situation, like is, either directly or indirectly preventing him from, becoming successful or like be getting in a better spot or moving ahead or progressing or, something positive in the situation, right? Like, Fit was talking about like you can do HVAC, you can get, go into a trade, learn plumbing, all these different types of skills. And like, he's saying that he didn't pursue any of those type of things because people around him were telling him that it wouldn't work out or like they're too scared to pursue it or whatever. And it's like, how do you know that if you don't try? And also, why are you listening to people that are also in your same exact situation and aren't successful, right? Like if I want to become the best, I don't know, like ice skater known to man, why would I learn and listen to someone that, is not an ice skater, right? Like I want to, surround myself with people or like at least at the very least find people on the internet or in person that are ice skaters or that are also in pursuit of becoming an ice skater. You got to change your environment. And if you can't change your environment, you got to change your mindset. Idealistically, you change both. Again, like I said, I hope bro really does, you know, turn things around. At least not maybe him, but for the sake of his kids, bro, I hope he's able to provide for them and, like I said, turn things around. But again, if you don't want to end up like bro and you want to become part of the 1% and not like the 99% of people who are doomed to fail and never achieve their dreams, not because they're not capable, because they never try, smash the subscribe button down below, guys. And also consider liking the video if you heard something today that's valuable. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I would greatly appreciate it if you did that. YouTube thinks you'll like one of the videos popping up to your right. But until next time, J2 out of here. I'll see you guys in the next one. You can become anything that you want to become in life. You just have to put your mind to it, make smart choices, and stay on the grind.